Hi everyone, this is Chandan. In this video, we're going to discuss about Azure DevOps Kubernetes Service Connection using the kubeconfig. So in my previous video, I have shown like how can we create templates-based pipeline in Azure DevOps and how can we deploy our manifest to Kubernetes cluster. But there I have not used Azure DevOps Service Connection. There I have used the auth plugin and some of the CLI commands. That is one of the recommended way if you want to use Azure DevOps Service Connection. So definitely this is also one of the option you can try. And in this video, I'm going to show how can we create Azure DevOps Service Connection using kubeconfig. Just refer my previous video if you go to my YouTube channel, and you can just find it. Like this is Azure DevOps YAML pipeline with templates. In this video, you can just refer the auth plugin, gcloud plugin, and CLI based authentication. I'll also open quickly that particular YAML template. So this I have shown in that video that we can just use the auth plugin here. Like you can see this step, and then we can just connect to GK cluster by running this gcloud container cluster get credentials. So this is kind of more useful if you have production environment, and so definitely this approach is recommended due to multiple security reasons, and also here no need to manage additional service connections. But if you want to just use particularly service connections, and then in this video I'm going to show that. So we can create using by clicking this new service connections, and here we need to search Kubernetes. And when we'll click on next, so we have certain options of authentication method. We can use either kubeconfig, service account, or Azure subscriptions. Azure subscriptions if you're using AKS, Azure Cloud, and also we can use service account where we can just use the server URL and secret to authenticate. And this is one of the option of kubeconfig where we can just use directly kubeconfig. We need to just paste the kubeconfig file, and then we can just verify it, and we can just use that service connection in our pipeline. So it's kind of very simple. Quickly we'll update the kubeconfig here, and we'll try to create the service connection. So to do that, so I'll go to my local terminal, and here I'll do cat config. I'm inside the kube.kube folder. So this is one of the kubeconfig I already have in my local folder. I'll just copy this. I'll just update that in that kubeconfig section, and I'll just accept this untrusted certificate. This is just for validating the certificate. So I'll just click accept untrusted, and I'll click on verify, so we can see verification failed. So this is one of the challenge you'll generally face when you'll create the Kubernetes based service connection using kubeconfig, because here if you see this kubeconfig, we have the user as execs using auth plugin. Azure DevOps, what it does, it's simply doing the API call to that Kubernetes server, API server, and it's trying to authenticate. In the case of auth plugin, it won't be able to authenticate. So there is a different way of using kubeconfig here. So I'll just show like what is the right kubeconfig we should use in case of Azure DevOps. If you see this is one of the format that we have to use in case of kubeconfig authentication. And here we just need to mention three main information in this file. So it's a simple manifest config file. We need to mention the server endpoint, and then we need to mention certificate, and then we need to mention the token. So these are the three important information we need to mention. And once we use this kubeconfig, so then it's gonna work properly. So how to get these informations? So first we need to follow certain steps. We can use certificate based kubeconfig or token based kubeconfig. So in case of certificate type of kubeconfig, we will have some cert information here. In case of token based kubeconfig, we will have a token information here. So cert based are kind of having the larger expiry. So generally if you are just fetching the kubeconfig, admin kubeconfig from the AKS, so you generally get that cert based kubeconfig. People generally use that because that has the larger expiry. But token based kubeconfig have some limitations, like it is short-lived token, so it generally expires in some time. For the demo purpose, I'm going to use the token based because I'm quickly generate the token, and I'll show you how can we create a service connection for the Kubernetes. But there are multiple options that you can explore. Definitely you can use cert based, that will not be expired very quickly. You need to follow certain steps for the token based of kubeconfig. Server endpoint we can generally get from the Kubernetes cluster. So if I'll go to the Kubernetes cluster, so I'm using GK, so we can see this is the endpoints. Now other information, I can just run this command. So this will fetch that information. So I'll just go to my CLI and I'll just run this command. This will give me the certificate information, and same thing I have just updated here in this certificate authority data. And this token we can generate using this command of Kubernetes create token ADO user. But before that, we need to create the service account. I have already executed these two steps, so I already have this service account and cluster role binding. I can just show you that if I'll run again, so it will say it already exists, saying that already exists. But if you just run for the first time, it's gonna create that. And the second one is it's also saying it already exists. So now I'm gonna create the token. Yeah, so this is the token it has just generated, but like I mentioned, it is having limited expiry, so it's a short-lived token, so that we need to keep in mind. So I'll just update that token here, the new token that I got, and now I'll copy this kubeconfig and I'll just paste it in my this Azure DevOps kubeconfig here option, and I'll click on verify now. So we can see this time it's saying that verification succeeded because we have used the token based kubeconfig. We just generated a token and then we have just updated in kubeconfig. Similarly, we can have a certificate type of kubeconfig that will having the larger expiry if you want to use that. So I'll just give a kubeconfig name. I'll give a name as GKE Service Con. So I'll just give the same name because I already updated my previous pipeline to use this name, and I'll show you this time that I'll use the same code base, but with the service connection I'll be able to deploy my manifest to the Kubernetes cluster. So let's check out one of the file that I already created just to save the time. So here I have already created similar steps to deploy the image and verify the pods. So here this was my previous step. In my previous video I have used this. So here we are using the auth plugin, here we are using the service connection. So you can see this connection type is Kubernetes Service Connection, and I also updated the main YAML pipeline here to use the Kubernetes Service Connection. So this is the service connection name. I have used GKE Service Con, and I'll grant permission to this pipeline, and let's click on verify and save. So this had just saved the service connection. Now this will be used in my pipeline. So I already committed my code. So I'll just go and run this pipeline demo app. Let's just run it. So here we can see it's just a .NET build step where it's just building the .NET project. It's running the Docker build. So it's just building that Docker image and pushing to repository, now logging to the cluster. So it's saying like it has applied the manifest. So now we can go to the Kubernetes cluster and check these pods. So we can see here it has just created these two different pods, demo app, and just 20 seconds back, and these are up and running. The pipeline is completed. So we can see that how can we replace our auth plugin with the Kubernetes Service Connection. I'll just delete the service connection. That is deleted. And if I'll try again, I'll just rerun this pipeline. So it's saying the pipeline is not valid. This service connection which could not be found. So it's saying that it is unable to find the service connection because it's using the service connection. So this shows that this is using our new service connection that we created, GK Service Con, and create the service connection following the same steps, Kubernetes kubeconfig, and we'll use the same kubeconfig. And we'll give the same name, grant permission, verify and save. Now if I'll try to run that pipeline again, so we should be able to run it now. So we can see it's running now. So in this video I try to show how can we use service connection, and there are also some Azure DevOps recommendations. If you go here, so this is Azure DevOps Service Connection page. You can just see all different type of service connection that we can create. Also there's a description about the Kubernetes Service Connection, and they have defined like how can we create a kubeconfig-based or service account-based or Azure subscription-based service connection. So you can just refer this documentation, and you can use based on the need of your project. But here the basic idea was to show how can we make use of the Azure DevOps Service Connection also to deploy our manifest to Kubernetes cluster. But like I mentioned earlier in the previous video, I have shown auth plugin and CLI based authentication. There was no need of any service connections. That is actually the recommended way for production like environment. Azure Cloud AKS Service Connection still can be used because there are some native integrations and there are some support for Azure Cloud. Particularly there we can just use the certificate based kubeconfig based service connection, or there are different ways of creating the authenticating mechanism where we can just use ARM based or managed entity based service connection. So that still can be used. Also we can just use AZ CLI, where we can use AZ login, AZ get credentials to authenticate to AKS Kubernetes cluster. So in Azure Cloud, Kubernetes connection still can be used in Azure DevOps pipelines, but generally for other clouds like Google Cloud, generally auth plugin and these CLI commands are kind of recommended for production environment. But still, if there is a use case, if you want to explore that Kubernetes service connection for other clouds, so that also can be done using this new service connection option in the Azure DevOps portal. So that's it for now in this video. In the upcoming video, we'll explore more concepts of Azure DevOps. Thanks for watching.